Hi Pisces, it's Vic for Moving to the Light Tarot, and I'm here to do your monthly November love reading. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. With that being said, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and pull an overall oracle for both singles and take-ins, and then I'll go ahead and get into singles on the left side and take-ins on the right. So let's get started. You have union. So some of you are in your partner, um, twin flame, soulmate, in a partnership. And some of you are bringing in that partnership for singles. So let's get some more clarification on you singles. You have alchemy. Beautiful card. This card always reminds me of course, the magician and the high priestess kind of molded into one. She is very much about creating. She is taking, I feel, the old and the new together, and she's really recreating something in her life. She's creating the person she wants to be with, the person who she is. And please know gender is fluid. So if you're male, please know he. But she is all about, when you create something, when you start bringing in things that don't align to who you are, what you have, or where you're going, you have to tear all those foundations down. And that part of creating is going to hurt a little bit, right? I usually see a lot of that like when you go through a spiritual awakening and dark night of the soul process. And you just rip everything you have as a foundation. So I feel for some of you that are single, this month is you're being asked to rip your old foundations out to make room for what you want to create and where you want to go and what type of person you want to bring in. So you did get the Tower and the Nine of Swords, but it's interesting because I feel like, this is all about ripping your foundation apart, right? This is all about, just being turned upside down, things not being the same like they ever were again. But I feel like this is almost a calming effect for you. This is like releasing a lot of toxins and old thought patterns that weren't serving you and are not serving you anymore. Yeah, this is allowing the way for new thoughts. Yeah, new thoughts, new positive thoughts, new life-changing thoughts to come in. This is all about creating your positivity. Like, you are not the same person you were 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You have changed, and your values and your ideas about love also need to change and also need to evolve. And through this entire month for you singles, this is about the evolution of your ideas about love, the evolution, your ideas about the type of love you want. You want to bring back in more of that playful love, the carefree love, the free love, the love that made you just smile and be like, I don't have worries as an adult, is what they're saying. Okay, let's get you a outcome card for the month. They do want me to tell you that this is not the time to start new relationships, even though you're bringing in the relationship. They're saying hold off on starting a new relationship for this month because of you are undertaking such a heavy load by reclassifying your ideas of love, retypecasting, I guess, if you want to say that. Like, you're redoing your idea of love. And this is not the time to have somebody come in because they're not going to meet the frequency you need them to be at and you're ending. Like, they're not going to meet that frequency of what you're trying to create because you're bringing them in now. If they're truly meant to be in your life, they'll stick with you for the ride. They'll be friends with you for the ride. And if you're meant to be with them, when you come out and see what you newly created, your new ideas, your new thought processes around love, if they meet those ideals at that time, then move forward. But now is not the time to bring that person into your life. So some of you are really wanting to bring in love for the holiday seasons, I don't think it's going to be time unless you want to be caught back in those old thought patterns. You want to bring in your highest union, right? You want to bring in that person into your life that is going to make you truly happy. But if you bring them in now when your morals and your values and your thought processes are not, and I shouldn't say morals or values, but they do change over time. You evolve over time because new information becomes available. So I do want to call that out. But with that being said, this is also about you getting your ideals about love to a different place. Okay, singles, that is your monthly love reading. I'm going to go ahead and move to my take-ins now. Okay, take-ins, let's see what we got for you. Self-love. Who was it that got self-love to? I want to say it was Scorpio. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio or you have Scorpio placements, it's either Scorpio or Sagittarius, but I feel like it was Scorpio. So check out those videos also. But for couples, they also got self-love. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio or Sagittarius, I'm pretty sure it's Scorpio though, guys. If you're dealing with another sign or you have placements in those signs, please check out those videos. Their messages can relate. Self-love in a union is very important. And I feel like I'm going to repeat the same message almost. But this is more of, if you don't have full self-love, you're not going to be able to offer the things to your partner. And I feel like that's kind of where this is right now. I feel like some of you are trying to offer love and appreciation, but I do feel like it's not being reciprocated or received by your partner at this time because it's not coming from true self-love. It's more just like they're telling you it's more to pacify, or if your partner is doing things just to pacify you and you're not feeling it, right? You're like, what is going on? Why is my partner not giving in? And there's this issue of self-love from you or your partner. One of you have a little bit of a self-love issue, that you're not self-caring for yourself, that in some relationships you give more than you receive, and I feel like it's not being reciprocated. I feel like the person, if you are giving more than you're receiving back, like the person just doesn't want to do it right now, is what I'm getting. The person's just like, I just don't have the strength. I just don't have the mindset to do this, right? Or if you are overly being worked and your significant other is trying to give you love and give you attention and you're just so overworked, you need to communicate that. If you shy away from the communication on what's really going on, that's not going to lead to a healthy relationship. They make me feel like each of you are waiting for the other to talk. Like your backs are turned to each other. You are not even seeing out the same port. Like your backs are turned. You guys are looking in opposite directions. Is what they're making me feel like for you. It's making me feel like you guys don't have that communication. That's it. There's no communication on what you need. There's no communication on what they need. And part of self-love is recognizing the attributes in your partner that they give to you and how you can feel love from that. But it's also communicating to them what is important to you and what you need in the relationship and how they can possibly provide it to you. If you can't tell somebody what you want and maybe offer suggestions sometimes on how to achieve it, because they may not see where you value those things. And if you give them things or examples of, okay, here's what I need and here's how you made me feel this way in the past, that gives them an idea of what they've been doing to go back to and be like, oh, that's what she means by self-love, or that's what he means by self-love, or that's what they mean when I'm showing attention to them. You know, you may be thinking like having dinner with this person, you know, is showing attention, but if you're not really talking, you're constantly on your phone, you're constantly answering emails from work, that's not attention. That's not dedicated attention. That's, if I have a free moment with my work, I'll maybe look up and talk to you, you know? So communicate that with your partner this month. Communicate, yeah, you guys need to get over the communication issues. There's like, I don't, you guys are just like almost like a standstill right now. Like your union needs to go back. You need to communicate with your partner, and they need to communicate with you. And you may just communicate how you feel and how you feel things are going, and they may not reciprocate. And you have to be prepared for that right now. And they may not know how to talk about it. They may not know how to put their feelings in perspection. And sometimes when you go to people with things, they don't even know there's a problem. You vocalize it, and they need time to think about it. So take that into consideration also, when you're working with your partner. They're stressing that open and honest communication is a form of self-love. Open and honest because you're coming from the heart. You are taking your highest good, and you know that, you know, you are doing everything you can, you know, to communicate and to express how you feel and express what is important to you. So singles and takens, you guys got a lot going on this month, as far as your partnership. You know, singles advising not to get in a relationship right now. Partners advising just to be yourself and open and honest in your communications. So thank you again, everybody, for all the love and support. I truly appreciate you. I'm sending you all lots of love, light, positivity, happiness, and support your way. And if you'd like to see more of me, I am on Instagram. But if not, check out my weekly readings or check out my monthly love readings. See y'all later. Bye.